Ah, it's so hot today. It rocks. How are you so full of energy when it's so hot? What? What's wrong? Do you want to ride the Ferris wheel? Or do you want to battle? I don't care either way, but I'm not very tough. I see. Shall we begin then? I'm just hanging around anyway. See? I'm not very good, right? Recently I've been busy with work and I don't have time for Pokemon. Thanks though, I actually had fun. That was a nice way to relieve stress. I don't know if this is a good way to say thanks, but I'll treat you to a Ferris wheel ride. Not having time for Pokemon because of work. It's a sad truth that we're all getting more and more used to every year, and it sucks. Clunk, clank, rumble, rumble, rumble! Gesundheit? Good grief! This ride is worn out! I just don't get what's fun about this. So bored. Well, this will be the last I'll see of this view for a while. How is the Ferris wheel? There's no air conditioning, and it's really worn out, right? Actually, my company is running this Ferris wheel. It's old and customers don't come anymore. It's in a secluded place where people can get into trouble, so the authorities say it's bad for safety. For our company, it's just a burden, and we actually plan to tear it down. No! This is like the best set piece of this town! But for the time being, it will stay, so come again if you have time. Biking through the rain like it's some kind of important mission. Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. A little short of breath there. Last time, we went all around Unova, going to all the new places that we can access now that we have Surf. And now, back on Route 6, where all this mess got started, we're surfing once more and starting things off with a heart scale. Route 6 is probably the densest place to surf on. Got a tiny mushroom right there, another regrowing hidden item that I'm just getting. There is a medal for getting a lot of hidden items, so yeah. Well, we're gonna go up this way. We get a peepee up and, oh, we can see the cave entrance already. Okay, well, I guess you know what we're doing now. It's a pretty big place to explore. Oh! Cabra! Cabra! It's just like the opening of G.I. Joe. That Pokemon. It's the elderly legendary Pokemon called Cobalion. Oh! I told you the story the other day, right? Oh, Cobalion, what a noble presence. They say that 3 Pokemon, Cobalion, Virizion, and Terrakion, fought against people to protect Pokemon from the war those people started. When people fight, there's no peace for Pokemon either. The 3 legends learned that the deeds of humans could lead to dire consequences for the world. But why did it show up in front of people? Is it patrolling the Unova region to protect Pokemon because it fears for their safety after the commotion caused by Team Plasma 2 years ago? Or does it sense a new problem? Unforgivable. So the reach of Ghetsis' ambition and malice is growing ever wider and warping the lives of all it touches. Did Cobalion appear in front of you merely by accident? Or to plead with you to solve a problem? Unlike Lord Ed, I don't have the ability to understand the minds of Pokemon. Therefore, I don't know what that Pokemon is thinking. If you can befriend Cobalion, it will be a great asset to you on your journey. We've got something rather exciting to be on the lookout for. I forgot that even happened here. Just caught me off guard too. It's always exciting when that happens, when there's just like little things that you don't remember. I don't like how you can't pick this up while surfing. TM56 Fling. You throw your held item at the opponent, and depending on which held item it is, it can get awfully powerful, with the Iron Ball, I think, being the strongest out of all of them, but that having the user speed. Got one more hidden grotto just rolling in the new stuff and in the leaves. We find... Oh, it's a Pokemon. Shoot, okay, this is a Regenerator Fungus. Something that I recommended quite highly. There's one new Pokemon that can spawn here. Nose Pass with Sand Force. I could see this being somewhat attractive to those playing on shift battles where Sturdy doesn't come in handy as much. But really, I'd just stick with Sturdy. Nose pass with this ability will never be female. Stranger they didn't want to make this one easy to obtain. I have saved the best for last. The Mistralton Cave. We can't see in here without Flash. This is found in the back alley of Castelia City on one of the main roads. And I brought along that fungus that we caught a little while ago to teach it Flash. I thought it'd be kind of fun imagining fungus like a little flashlight where you hold it by the body and point the Pokeball forward and it shines red and white light in a circle like a Pokeball on everything that you shine it on. I just thought it was cute. It's just fun to imagine little things like that and how Pokemon would actually look using their moves because, you know, the graphics are limited and we can't really see it like that all the time. Oh, hi! I'm chasing my dream and I'm fighting for a victory. I like a hiker with enthusiasm. Let's do this. Give me a nice wife. Shelby is your name. I've been seeing more and more men named Shelby lately in my life. I don't know if it was always like a common men's name and I just didn't grow up around a lot of people that did. I think the first male Shelby that I was ever aware of was in the movie WALL-E, Shelby Forthright, which is a fantastic name for a character. Boldor hanging on with Sturdy. Shoot, maybe it's not the best thing that I got Energy Ball right here, because yeah, a lot of the rock types that I was thinking of, they can have Sturdy for their ability. Another pointless critical hit. Aiden just loves showing off and saying that he doesn't even need critical hits in order to be good. This is scary, man, just how powerful he's going to be with this move. He's already been showing his strength very well in these fights. Vaporeon has been living up to my expectations swimmingly, I have to say. I heard there was a legendary Pokemon in Mistralton Cave. That's so infuriating when they say things like that and don't freaking get out of your way so that you can go explore deeper. Got a Dusk Ball. These look like nut bread with like the X-shaped split on the top and the dough. It just looks like that to me. So now that we're getting into the nitty gritty of this cave, there are 2 new wild Pokemon in Mistralton Cave, and oh boy, you want to hear about them. Let's hear about them. Auron! Right away, gonna evolve in like 2 levels, so it's not much work to train. Auron in its evolved form sport mammoth attack, defense, and HP. It hits for a lot while being resilient. At times, Rock Steel means a lot of resistances, but it's exploitable by fighting in ground, while also showing vulnerable combination of special defense and speed. It's good in the right battles, but useless in others. Pick Sturdy so it can land 1 hit against its tormentors. It can learn lots of strong steel moves, but steel attacks suck. It's mostly helpful with Rock Slide, Bulldoze, and some elemental punches once it's fully grown. Unfortunately, Earthquake and Heavy Slam just take too darn long to learn for me to recommend it primarily for those moves. Not a bad Pokemon, just not a powerhouse, which it could have been. The real Pokemon you've been waiting for, our first dragon, Axew! Normally, these baby dragons are weak and hard to raise for a great payoff later on, but not so here. Axew itself is at least kinda strong and shouldn't fall considerably behind. This thing rocks the house with legendary levels of attack for those who see it through. So it's the best of both worlds. But it's truly made such a force by its speed and having so many power moves. It's got Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Superpower, and Aqua Tail, all within reach of those stubby little arms. It can know Swords Dance right off the bat if that TM is bought from a battle facility, otherwise it gets that at a high level. Similarly, Outrage is the move that made it famous, and it's at just too high of a level for anyone other than completionists. This Pokemon is a physical blast in spite of missing out on those moves. And if you got a spot for a dragon that punches people with its face, then approve it for the job. Axew almost made the cut. I used one on my personal first playthrough of Black 2 and White 2, and I liked it a lot there. It was especially memorable to me because when I caught it, it happened to have Pokerus on it, and I've been kind of hoping that that happens to me again. If you don't know, Pokerus is an occurrence that's rarer than a shiny Pokemon, and it's invisible. You won't know that you have Pokerus until you either catch or knock out the wild Pokemon that would have it. A Pokemon infected with Pokerus will have it for 24 hours, counting down only if it's out of the PC, or rather one in-game day until it's out of the as long as it's not in the PC. And effort values gained during battle are doubled, making it primo for training up competitive Pokemon. After a Pokemon has Pokerus, they will never get it again. It's incredibly unlikely that we will ever see it in this playthrough, so I just thought I would say that. And yes, this means that your whole life you have been running away from Pokemon that are rarer than shinies, yet invisible in their uniqueness. In fact, that might have been one right now. Who knows? Ooh. Got a Hyper Potion? Just rake it in the items one after another. Surf has been a great addition to the team. Oh, Ace Trainer. Wait a sec. Let me grip my Pokeball a little tighter. Yeah, I like that. Now I'm good. Stay away from mine. Ugh. Ace Trainers tend to be more challenging battles out there. Their gimmick is having all-around IVs on their Pokemon, having 12 in every stats. Usually having 12 in every stat. This doesn't sound too impressive when I put it like that, but just know that usually all regular trainer classes have zeros in all of their IVs. Some of the older, like old man, old woman trainer classes might have 6. But yeah, they're a notch above all other Pokemon trainers. They tend to use stronger Pokemon. Arc in there hits like a truck. And she has an Axew. Hit you with Aurora Beam. You're weak to ice because you're cold-blooded. Always liked the realization of that. Such a memorable moment for me as a kid when I realized that. Squeeze! Well, if you're a Slayer of Gods, you might as well be a Slayer of Dragons too, Aiden. You're just taking all the jobs here. We'll go into that. Finally got a bug gem. No, I wanted a shard, man. I don't want gems, I want shards. I'm not really gonna get much of a chance to use gems. And I wouldn't want to use bug. Well, I guess I got my wish, just not in the way that I expected. And then there was an item down here somewhere. Yes, right beneath my feet. Stop stepping on the item. You're gonna crush the Ultra Ball. Or step on it and slip comedically with it being round. And then there's you. One more trainer in here. If there's a steep cave in the east, I go there and train my Pokemon. And if there's a strong trainer in the west, I go there and challenge that trainer. I like the ambitiousness. If you got a tier 2 guy, that'd be very thematically fitting. Yeah, he does, wow. I know things. I really should have banked on that and had Harmony take the lead. Aiden, we'll try this out. I believe you have a lot of physical defense, not a whole lot of special. Yeah! Got to level 35. I feel like Eevee's got a pretty slow level up group. If you don't know, I don't know if I've actually talked about this, and it's something that I feel like gets kind of missed by newer players. Pokemon require different amounts of EXP in order to reach level 100. Some of them will level up faster in the lower levels, some will level up faster in the later levels, some of them just require less experience all around. It's sort of a way of balancing out super strong Pokemon with high stats. But with the experience point scaling, especially in Generation 5, I don't feel like you would notice it in a lot of situations, just because being lower level than the opponent means that you just gain so many more experience points that it kind of offsets it. Took care of that. And there's yet another floor up here. I wonder if I missed this on my first playthrough too. This place doesn't require flash, what? You just see normally in here. Got escape rope. I kind of want to know what you think about this. So Braviary using strength, is it standing on the ground and pushing it with its wings somehow? Or is it using its talons to grab the rock and just flapping so furiously that it's able to push it? I thought about this and I'm not really sure which is more believable. A Dragon Gem! Get excited for that, even though I don't have any Dragon type moves. And then there's this spot. Look at me, I'm Cobalion, rawr. You're not a trainer. I've been searching for the legendary Pokemon Cobalion for decades. I wonder if it still hates humans. Or maybe it looks at this world where Pokemon and people coexist and has thoughts about it. Maybe the old man is Cobalion, and that explains how he got ahead of us on the way up here, even though his knees are bad and we never saw him walk past us. Ooh. And then our last item is TM80 Rock Slide. There it is. I knew there was something really worth coming in here for. It was taking a while to show its stupid rocky face. Gonna use the touchscreen to scroll around now because there's just so much here. 75 power, 90 accuracy, made to make targets flinch. It's both enemies in double battle. Strutley can learn that. Pignati? Pignati can learn this. Say goodbye to rollout. As much as I like the defense curl rollout combo and as good as it can be, I think that's just gonna be better all around. Since defense curl lacks having as much utility, you get bulldoze. 102 escape ropes, and there's always room for one more. I collect rope as a hobby. Going back to Rock Slide for a sec. I mistakenly said a couple episodes ago that Sandslash is not able to get Rock Slide due to it being a post-game TM. I don't know why I said that, because I knew that it was readily accessible. Well, that's been a lot of things that we've seen all around the world. We got to have a cruise that took us into a cave. That's everything that we can get with Surf and so much more than even I knew that we could get. Next time on Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, let the journey continue into Chargestone Cave. See you guys then. And yeah, there really is no encounter with Cobalion in that cave. It's really not there. We have to be on the lookout for it. I'm not mad though, because a Rock Slide TM I'll actually use.